still watching your show.
Thank you.
Good job.
Stay tuned so you can see the finished product, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, excellent. So we're going to let you finish installing the hair.
Okay.
Okay. And we also have another guest tonight by the name of Stuart Spears, Crunch Time Fitness. So that's the number one thing that people worry about here lately. I mean, you can eat right, but you cannot get out and fit exercise into your daily routine.
Right.
Okay, how do you make that work? Tell us about your company.
Okay, you hit it right on the nail. It's a lot easier said than done.
Okay.
You know, because what's happening with a whole lot of people with their busy schedules, they may have a business, family, you name it, and sometimes there's outright convenience. Because when you talk about the best fitness centers, a lot of them are located in locations where people have a hard time getting to them.
Oh, yes.
And so to get right to the point with Time Crunch Fitness, the whole concept with Time Crunch Fitness was to basically make it convenient for people. My company is mobile, so I actually go to the clientele.
Okay.
So that helps a whole lot too. And then when you talk about personal training, what you're dealing with is something that's tailor-made. Because for some people, and we're all familiar with this, even with me and my fitness lifestyle, I've been working out for a very long time. Well, it's kind of difficult, you know, when you're talking about convenience and time and everything. So the whole point is when you have a personal trainer, you have a tailor-made workout regimen.
Okay, do you work with all fitness levels?
Pretty much. I'm flexible. I cover everything from group training, weight loss, strength and conditioning. So I cover a pretty, large spectrum of different clientele.
So when you come in, are you bringing in like weights or exercise bands or anything like that, or are you pretty much doing like body weight freestyle?
You can do a combination of both. And what I do with each client, I do an assessment. Because you were making a point about the different clientele, and when personal is tailor-made.
Right.
So I wouldn't have client A doing the same thing as client B.
That's really
client
good.
B may have a situation that's a little bit different than client A. So what I do is actual written assessment. And so what the written assessment does is it covers everything from your medical history.
Mm-hmm.
Want to make sure you're going to the doctor. Got that checkup and that physical first, you know what I'm saying? And you get with the doctor and tell the doctor, look, I'm going to be doing some exercises. I'll get with a personal trainer or joining the gym or whatever. You do the assessment, I look at the assessment, and we can go from there.
Okay, very good. Now, as part of your assessment, do you also tell them if somebody's looking for a particular look? I know they say it's no way that you can exercise one part of the body, but
Right.
For those people, some people like their legs and just maybe want to lose their stomach.
Okay.
Is that part of tailor-made? Can you do that, or?
I can, and what you hit something right on the nail. It's really the whole body, because if you say legs, you got to understand your legs is connected to your pectoral area.
Okay.
And so sometimes when you're doing exercises, you're actually working all the body. It's better to work the whole body, to tell the truth.
Yeah.
And as far as working a particular body part, usually people that are a little more advanced, like a bodybuilder or something like that, and because of their experience, they can kind of work that.
Okay.
Okay. Other than that, generally, what I tell people is you want to work the whole body because for example, a lot of people will say the midsection. But what they don't understand, you got an opposing muscle, which is the back, that supports the midsection. So if you're out there trying to do crunches, you got a weak back, it's not going to work.
Do you also incorporate a diet for the person that you?
You can't get away from that.
Right.
And when I come across my clientele, I find myself sometimes having to spend a whole lot of time on that because you get out there and you do all of that work, all that aerobic work, and then you blow it. Not, having a little bit of discipline when it comes to nutrition.
It goes hand in hand.
Right.
Okay, so you're the total kit, pretty much. You can pretty much
give
advice on diet.
I can give
nutrition.
Advice on diet, right?
Okay.
I mean, really summarizes me and my life. I've been doing this for a long time. Not necessarily the personal training part, but living the fitness lifestyle, going all the way back to high school. So.
Wow. Is there anything that you would like to tell us about Crunch Time Fitness? Or?
About Time Crunch Fitness.
Sorry!
No, that's fine. Because when I first got the business started, I was doing the same thing. I was going back and forth calling it Crunch Time Fitness and Time Crunch Fitness. But the reason why it's Time Crunch Fitness because somebody already had that name.
Oh.
It's one of those things.
Okay.
But I wanted to keep that time in there because that's the whole point. People have, limited amount of time. And I usually look at around about an hour that I'm working with each client.
Okay.
Usually an hour. I'm going to be working on something with the 30-minute workout too with some people. You know, because some people, for example, I had one client that's pregnant, and it's recommended if a person is pregnant, they shouldn't go past 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So you can work out
Information.
while you're pregnant.
You can.
If you, is it?
Of course, you want to consult with your doctor.
But could you just like, oh, you know, not been working out before, and then you're pregnant and you decide you want to work out, or you have to be working out before?
That would be a bit challenging, but there's a way to work around it. And again, you do the assessment, do the research, and what are the recommendations for a person that is pregnant. When a person is pregnant, of course, they having back issues, leg issues, and those type of things. So I would incorporate an exercise program just to concentrate on those areas. Because as they, you know, go into those trimesters, it's going to have a bearing on their back and their legs. So I'm really helping them out with some of the exercise routines.
Very good. All right. So how can anyone out there get in contact with you? I know you do group sessions. There's a lot of people that work. I work in an office. I mean, there's a lot of people who work in a professional atmosphere that just sit at a desk all day long.
Okay.
You have nothing to do but look at everyone in the office. I mean,
Right.
it's a good idea to maybe get some of those people out and mobile,
right.
do a group session.
Right.
How many people do you do at one time? What's the most?
The minimum is usually 4. And
Four. Okay.
Get 4 people and up. And because it's mobile, I can actually go to the location, and that's actually happening in the industry. You actually have companies, they're looking at, you know, healthcare. How can we save money? How can we cut back on these sick days? Well, if you got a healthy staff, employees, it's a win-win.
Win-win
You know, it's a
situation.
win-win for the insurance companies too. If people are healthy.
Okay. Now you have a Facebook.
Yeah, I do have a Facebook page. You can check me out on Facebook.
Okay.
Time Crunch Fitness, Facebook, or you can just Stuart Spears.
Okay.
Okay, you can hit me off there.
All right. Do you have a number that you like to give or any other
The
information?
number is, of course, area code 804-651-0795.
Okay. One more time for the people.
Area code 804-651-0795.
Excellent. All right. So going back to Walter, looks like you're coming along over there. You're moving kind of fast.